Good morning. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for the Timberlane Regional High School class of 2018. Please join me in applauding District Music Director Mr. Anthony DiBartolomeo and the Timberlane Graduation Orchestra for their performance of Pomp and Circumstance. It is my privilege to be joined on the stage today by Timberlane board members Dr. Kimberly Farah and Mrs. Jennifer Silva. Also joining me on stage are Dr. Earl Metzler, the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Roxanne Wilson, the Assistant Superintendent of Schools, Mrs. Christy Michaud, the Director of Data, Assessment, and Accountability, Mrs. Susan Razicott. Susan is the Director of Student Services, Mrs. Heather Cronin, Assistant Principal, Mrs. Mary Widman, Assistant Principal, and Mr. Scott Strange, Assistant Principal. Also in attendance, District Principals Mr. Michael Flynn from the middle school and Mr. Mitch Mentis, also from the middle school. We are pleased that the following guests are in attendance with us here today. The Honorable Deborah DeSimone from District 14 and the New Hampshire House of Representatives, the Honorable William Friel from District 14 and an Atkinson Selectman, the Honorable Norm Major from District 14 in Plaistow, and the Honorable Jess Edwards, the District 4 representative from Sandown. The following district selectmen are here with us today. From Plaistow, the Honorable Francine Hart, the Honorable Steve Ranlett, and the Honorable John Sherman. We will begin the program by calling to the podium National Honor Society President Lindsay Whitaker, who will share her reflection on this graduation day.
Thank you. Good morning, friends, families, staff, and the class of 2018. First of all, I want to say thank you to everyone that is here to support our class on this momentous day. Each person in attendance has impacted one of the members of this class in some way, and we might not have achieved as much without your guidance and support. I would also like to recognize those who couldn't be with us today and know that they are always with us in our hearts. Before I started drafting this speech, I struggled to think of something to write about that would interest everyone. I thought about stereotypes and millennials, but that has been done. I thought about trying to be funny, but that's not really me. The more I thought about it, the more I realized getting up to speak at my high school graduation was my goal, and I worked hard to achieve it. So that's where the idea for my speech began. I am honored to be giving this speech, and on this beautiful day, I would like to impart upon each one of you a message. We, the class of 2018, have accomplished so much throughout high school with perseverance and hard work. The reason we are here today is someone believed in us, but more importantly, we believed in ourselves. So far in our lives, we have all been on the same academic path: elementary school, middle school, then on to high school. Now, on this graduation day, our paths diverge. There are so many different places our class of 2018 will go, but our class rank, SAT score, or grades will no longer define us. It is our actions and work ethic that will shape our lives going forward. So whether we go to college, the military, the workforce, or onto another adventure, there is a place where we will all have the opportunity to do great things. Colin Powell, former United States General and the first African American Secretary of State, believes in the power of dedication and persistence. He said, "There are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure." We arrived here today to graduate high school. which means we have succeeded by preparing, working hard, overcoming, and learning from our failures. I urge all of you to think back to a failure that you had and what came from it. If it sent you in a different direction or made you work harder to overcome a boundary, it helped you grow as a person. Wherever we go or whatever we do after graduating, even if we stumble along the way, Timberlane Regional High School has given us a foundation to stand up and try again. High school comes with challenges, and some of them might have been more difficult than others. But we were able to overcome these difficulties through perseverance and with the support of friends, families, and teachers. As we reflect back on these times, we should be thankful for the support, as well as proud of ourselves for having the strength to push through. Jim Rohn, an American entrepreneur, said, "Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment." And I think that is something we should all embrace on this graduation day and throughout the rest of our lives. Hard work is a matter of individual perspective. I challenge you all today to think of a time when you thought you put forth maximum effort. Question this definition of hard work and question if it will be enough to reach your goals. We should strive to do our best in every scenario because good enough is never actually good enough. I stand here before you as National Honor Society President, but it is not because I have the best grades, perfect attendance, or the highest class rank. I am president because I set a goal, and I achieved that goal through preparation, dedication to the task, and believing in myself. What I learned from my experience of earning this title is that whether you think you can accomplish something or you think you can't, you are correct. Any one of you can set a goal and accomplish it with hard work and dedication. So go out and be the person you want to be. Now, in closing, always remember to set your bar high. Work hard and persevere to accomplish your goals. Celebrate each and every accomplishment, and make sure to have fun along the way. It will be a great ride. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2018.
Will everyone please rise? At this time, I'd like to have the colors presented by the Boy Scouts of America, Troop 18 Color Guard, Plastow, New Hampshire. Please welcome to the podium Student Board Representative Brian Lavoie to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing as members of the Timberlane Regional High School Senior Chorus perform the national anthem, which has been arranged and conducted and will be conducted by Timberlane Senior Brian Lavoie.
What so proudly we stripes and bright stars, through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please be seated. At this time, I'd like Student Council President Cameron Magner to come to the stage to give his welcoming address.
Good morning and welcome. Thank you, friends and family, for being here to attend this momentous day for the Timberlane Regional High School class of 2018. As I searched for inspiration to deliver this address, I came across a commencement speech by David Foster Wallace. He tells a story about two fish, and it goes like this. There are two young fish swimming along when they come across an older fish who nods and says, "Morning, boys. How's the water?" The younger fish both pause and think. Finally, they ask the older fish, "What's water?" After reading this, I couldn't help but think of this playground near my house. My whole life, I've lived in Danville, and that entire time there's been a park about a mile from my house. For a long time, during my childhood, my life revolved around that park. I would go there to play on the playground, swing on the swings, and to make memories I still have today. 2 weeks ago, that playground was torn down. A playground that I know now is a symbol for my childhood. What is disappointing to me is that I didn't have this realization until after it was gone. I never stopped and looked around me just to see how amazing my life was and how lucky I was to have a place like that park to make memories I will never forget. I struggled to find a message for today that was profound and moving, because I wanted to give you a speech that inspired you. And so, the message I share with you today is one that had deep meaning to me, and that I wish to impart on all of you. In what you do next, whatever it is, be sure to take the time to pause, look around you, and appreciate each moment for what it is. There will always be hardships in life, but when you look around, instead of focusing on those, find the good in every situation. I am disappointed that I didn't realize how much that park meant to me when I could still enjoy it. That I didn't take the time to look around and cherish the moments I will never forget. Even though I can never go back and appreciate that playground, I will forever be grateful that the regret I feel has changed my outlook on life so that I never have to feel that regret again. There are many times in life we don't appreciate what we have until it's gone, but I think we should work to change that. I hope during your 4 years here at Timberlane, you took the time to look around and appreciate it. We won't ever get to go back to the moments we love most because those moments are now memories. I can only ask myself if I stopped in the moments that mattered most to me and enjoyed them. Did you stop to revel in the feeling of success when you completed your first AP class, or when you won your first championship? Did you stop to think what an amazing moment it was when you got the lead in the play, or when that person who never knew your name said hi to you? Did you savor the moment when you finally picked your head up when you walked down the hall? When swinging on the swings, at the moment when you think you might conquer the world and fly off into the stars, did you pause? I regret not stopping to think of what amazing moments they really were, on the swings and in these halls. But I can tell you, for the moments that will matter most to me in the future, and for the moments that I won't realize the significance of at the time, I will make sure that I stop and treasure them. Whatever you do in life, whatever your next step is, take the moment to pause. Look around and see the water, for each moment will be gone in the blink of an eye. Appreciate the things you have, because you might not have an older fish there to tell you to. You're the only one that can cherish the life you live. See the world, help those around you, appreciate the little things that make life worth living. Be the older fish. Congratulations, class of 2018. Thank you.
Outstanding. Thank you, Cameron. I'd like to again warmly welcome everyone, families, friends, Timberlane Regional High School faculty, staff members, school board members, honored community guests. It's a pleasure that you're here to partake in this joyous occasion as we formally and officially promote our students and children into a new chapter of their lives. Class of 2018, as you sit before me now, I can't help but see all your familiar faces and reflect on our shared experiences over the past 4 years. Whether the interactions were as informal as chatting in the lunchroom or gathering in the hallway outside my office on Friday mornings to sing with Mr. C and the Junkman's Choir, or in a more formal occasion, such as an athletic competition, or in your performing arts or musical roles, or watching you with the utmost pride as you put together a group that would support the school and community. Seniors, your academic growth, positive involvement in school-related activities, and your community service have distinguished you as an impressive class. Thank you for all that you contribute to Timberlane history. You have sincerely been a blessing to this district and could not have been a group that could have made us any prouder. High school students of the 21st century are working harder and graduating better prepared for success in life than ever before. They have to, and not just academically, but in a myriad of ways. Students' connection with each other and with the world is immediate, as are each of the opportunities you have to make an impact in that world. The class of 2018's social and civic involvement has stood out and played a significant role in its high school career, its high school experience. For instance, at the beginning of the year, this class staged an impressive fundraising project for victims devastated by Hurricanes Harvey and Irma. They reached out to students and families and raised enough money to adopt a classroom in Austin, Texas, to provide them with school supplies, in addition to donating funds to Feeding America, which distributed food to displaced families. More recently, they responded to the tragic events in Parkland, in Florida. Our students worked hard to organize a well-planned and peaceful program to show their respect and to offer their support. They sent messages to Parkland students, including a recording of our staff and students singing "Stand By Me." The action team, the students of support, focused on compassion and even enlisted the involvement of 4 district departments of the police to come and join us as we had that program. Through these experiences, our students have learned empathy and insight into ways that we can make a positive impact on each other and on the greater global community. At the high school, we've enjoyed building a tradition of community support. And every year, I'm amazed and extremely grateful to work in a school with such a benevolent and caring culture. This past year, our annual Millie's Meals project generated over $12,000 and helped support 100 families in our district in the process. Project Hope raised over $10,000 to support local cancer victims and cancer research. A special thank you to Mrs. Megan Guanci and Mrs. Sarah Mill and Mrs. Jessica Trainer and the students who spearheaded these programs. And thank you to all who played a role in making a difference in our community through your generous contributions of money, gifts, and valuable time and effort. Still more of this class dedicated their time to life-enriching programs such as Big Buddy, Little Buddy, and Best Buddies, in which you served as role models to elementary school students and made a new friend within the high school. Senior athletes and peer outreach members collaborated this year through the Life of an Owl program to bring awareness to our school about healthy choices and good decisions. Thank you. Seniors, your class advisors, Mrs. Lefebvre and Senora Allen, want you to know how much they love you and appreciated your all hands on deck, win the day attitudes. And thank you to your advisors. Countless teachers and coaches have come to me to point out just how great it has been working with all of you. This class has bonded together through the power of friendship, loyalty, and compassion. An example of this is that one of your fellow classmates, a senior who relocated to California last year, felt this connection so strongly that she took the red eye last night, skipping her own graduation to be here among her owl friends. Welcome home, Caitlin Bork. Once an owl, always an owl. A long-standing gem of Timberlane is our performing arts community. Once again, they have made Timberlane District proud. The musical and theatrical talent that we have has flourished, and seniors are graduating from our performing arts program equipped with strong backgrounds and great appreciation for the arts. In many cases, they'll be majoring or minoring in related fields as they move on to college. Our choral, orchestral, guitar, and band ensembles, highlighted by this year's award-winning jazz band, have proven once again to be the finest in the state of New Hampshire. This is not just my Owls bias. This is a staggering number of students that we have that have been named to the all-state groups this year. Our community has long supported this inspiring group and their performances as the Timberlane Players. Timberlane Players, another great year of shows. The range of shows from one-act plays, improvisational theater to the musical is as expansive as it is impressive. Thank me in applauding all of our performing artists, and will you all please stand? Thank you. Athletically, we had a great year of individual and team success. For the 15th consecutive year, our wrestlers won their all-state championship, the Meet of Champions, while our field hockey team, in dramatic fashion, won its second state championship in a row. Will the senior members of those teams please stand and be recognized? Once again this year, the boys volleyball team will be competing in the state championship day game on graduation day. We're rooting for you guys tonight, boys, and show Pinkerton what you're made of. Please stand so we can cheer you on to victory. The path of this class has been paved by many. Please join me in saluting the Timberlane District faculty and staff from the elementary, middle, and high school for their collective success. Thank you. The impact of your work will follow these graduates as they take on the challenges ahead of them. Seniors, you've made your voice heard. Your united response to events and issues of your time, then this time in America, mattered. I'm proud that you've published position papers in school newspaper. You've created poetry that reveals feelings and reactions to your experiences, written and read essays of short fiction. You've observed and created visual arts and photography that reflects your viewpoints and your creativity. The school newspaper, the As We Are magazine, and the yearbook are excellent examples of your talents and perspectives. You have been respectful in presenting your concerns, and future classes, hopefully, will follow your lead. What a great example. What will each of you commit to? What are your next steps? For some, it will be donning a uniform. Among our seniors are those who have enlisted or are enlisting in the armed forces right out of high school this year. Will all of you who are making that commitment to join the armed forces please stand so we can thank you for serving our nation? Please remain standing for a second. Folks, please notice that two seniors, Sam Putnam and Seth McLaughlin, are already wearing their Marine uniforms, and Matt Riccio is in his Army dress blue. Thank you, gentlemen. Many students have taken advantage of online learning opportunities, dual credit courses, and certification programs through career and technical training at Salem and Pinkerton High School. One senior, Jonathan Mostow, completed a certificate program at Northern Essex Community College in law enforcement, enabling him to be hired as a police officer in Hampton, New Hampshire, right away out of high school. And as the times change, our approaches to education change. These are examples of that. And this is what's helping kids to thrive. Congratulations to all of you who have been creative in earning your diplomas. While attaining your education and maintaining your academic focus are key to opening doors of opportunity, as each of you enter the next stage of your life, you will have many places to go and many skills to learn. There are certainly more to each of you than the transcripts can ever tell us. The class of 2018 is heading in many directions, academically, vocationally, geographically. The next coming months are going to be exciting. And while many of you will work or study in New England, this class of ours will spread out across the country to make its mark. Between college study and military enlistment, over 80% of this class, again, this year, has made commitment. We still see that more of you will enter the workforce, and we wish you good luck as you seek training in a trade. All of you are pursuing worthwhile dreams, and all of you are capable of great success. You are a credit to the education our district has provided over the past 12 years, and a credit to your parents, your teachers, and to each other. And I congratulate you on your many achievements. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to call to the stage our class essayist, Amber Malkin, to deliver her commencement address. Amber?
Over the past 4 years, we've encountered many incredible times, and some subpar yet notable times. These incredible times have included friendships, relationships, and varying accomplishments, from academics to the arts, athletics to acts of kindness bettering our community. Then there were those other times, and although they were not as incredible, we've all collectively taken part in them. These may have included stress crying, realizing that the stress crying wasn't worth it because the test ended up being scaled anyway since the majority of the class failed too, and the potential stress crying that many of us might experience in the middle of the summer when we're no longer legally obligated to go to school. However, despite the fact that our time at Timberlane is over, this is not the end of the line. As I began writing this speech, I felt obligated to give everyone a piece of meaningful life advice. But advice is not one size fits all, and it would be impossible for me to leave a lasting thought with each one of you. Therefore, I'm going to give advice to the person in attendance who feels completely lost now that high school is over. So, if you're someone who has the rest of your life figured out, I'm sorry if this next part doesn't apply to you. In order to enjoy the rest of your life and to strive for your greatest potential, your job now is to find what you're passionate about. Find what excites you and what will make you love getting up and going to work every day. It may take some time, but once you find that passion, stand by it and don't give up. Despite any self-doubt or external forces that may tell you that you can't, remind yourself that you can, that you have the potential to do so. Knowing that you are enough should be enough. The rest will follow. No matter what your path may be, no matter what obstacles you may encounter, and no matter the odds that may seem to be against you, remember that there are multiple paths to get to the same place. Whether you took 12 AP classes over the past 4 years, or you took solely the required credits to graduate, we were all able to get through high school, and we're all going to receive a diploma today. John Lennon once said, "When I was 5 years old, my mother always told me that happiness was the key to life. When I went to school, they asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. I wrote down happy. They told me I did not understand the assignment, and I told them that they did not understand life. After you leave here today, I hope that you make happiness a priority. Thank you.
Thank you, Amber. Hold your hat. At this time, it's my pleasure to call to the stage our class salutatorian, Brian Desjardins, to deliver his commencement address.
To the class of 2018, it sure has been an interesting bunch of years that we spent together since the time we were crying for our parents not to leave us back on the first day of first grade. Now, admittedly, that may have happened a couple of times since then, but that's beside the point. Throughout these past 12 years, we've shared quite a lot together, from homerooms to lockers, spare pencils to classes, screenshots of Instaposts to probably just a few too many Vine compilations at 3 in the morning on a school night. Above all, we shared learning the same core lessons that Timberlane has offered to us, and today I was asked to describe one of those lessons. To me, the lesson that stands out in particular is the value of shaping your own path. When I think about it, without carving my own path in life, I wouldn't be remotely close to the same Brian Desjardins that you see talking before you today. Throughout my life, and especially during these past 4 years, I focused on 2 major ideas: daring to change and daring to rebel. Without following through with both of these, I truly do not believe that I would be comparable to the same person that I am today, and I'm very glad to have done so. With these in mind, I'm going to continue on to the more stereotypical part of the speech that I'm giving you all today. And remember, dare to change, dare to rebel. Dare to change. I'm sure we all vaguely remember from chemistry that the world is destined to move towards a lack of order due to this weird concept called entropy. Thanks for that, Mr. Vidgen. Now, while a complete lack of order isn't good by any means, I mean, anarchy is never the best solution, I'm talking about the tendency to change. That's what I'm really looking at. Looking around here today, at your friends and at yourselves, is anything truly what you expected it to be? Are you acting in the exact same manner with the exact same friends as you were when you were on the playground in 3rd grade? If the universe is destined to change, isn't it fair to assume that we should do the same? And change is not always negative. And when you change, be it for the better or for the worse, you just have to work with it. And they do say that everything happens for a reason, don't they? Dare to rebel. Now, I don't mean rebel in the whole Russian communist revolution kind of way. I mean rebel in the way that I'm sure you've heard at just about every single other speech that's supposed to be inspirational that you've heard. From time to time, you're going to encounter adversity. That's simply how life works. What's truly important, however, is realizing that you really just don't need to listen to them. Those that tear you down, those that refuse to let you be who you truly are, those that refuse to see the world you want to create, simply tune them out. The hardest part of this, of course, is the first step, which is having the courage to make your first move doing what you want as opposed to what others want. While this little section was really just another be yourself speech, the message is still incredibly pertinent, as one cannot reach their true potential if they are constantly bogged down by the actions of others. To the class, well, to our class of 2018, this chapter of our shared story is coming to a swift close. Don't think of the past 12 years as simply memories, as what we've done during this time will stay with us forever. Keep the future in your mind and the past in your heart, but don't forget that the present is something that cannot be ignored. Whether you believe in time or not, which admittedly I have a hard time doing from time to time, we must recognize that all 3 aspects of time are part of our beings for our entire lives. And now, this speech and everything we've done so far in high school is behind us, and as Sondheim once said, it's time to leave the woods. Incredible things are coming for us, incredible things that we will be the keystone in making happen. But to do that, we mustn't forget. Dare to change, dare to rebel. I look forward to seeing what we will achieve. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Brian. At this time, it's my pleasure to call to the stage this year's valedictorian, Rachel Paradis, to deliver her commencement address.
There's this band that I love. I don't know if any of you have heard of them. They go by AJR. And in one of their songs, they sing a line that I think applies to our graduation really well. And it goes like this. Who are we to wonder where we're going? Who am I to tell me who I am? I think it's extremely applicable to high schoolers, especially here at the end of our journey together. All throughout high school, we're expected to have it all figured out. Who we are, what we want to study in college, what we want for our futures. But in reality, very few people, not just teenagers, ever have concrete and definite answers to those questions. For once in our lives, it's okay to not know. All of school is about being right and knowing the information to pass, to get by, to move on, but the world isn't like that. It's okay to question who you are and what you want. There's a reason that you can go to college undeclared and then change majors. There's a reason that you can quit jobs and apply for new ones. There's a reason that you can move houses, whether it be across town or across the country or even across the world. Nothing in life is permanent or predictable or decided. We have the rest of our lives to continue changing and growing and discovering. And I'm not saying that you can't know the answers to these questions now, just that you don't have to. And if you do know what you want and who you are, just be open to the idea that things may change. Just as our lives are constantly changing, we are too. High school is all about self-expression and self-discovery. We all had phases we might not be the most proud of, or moments where we've never loved ourselves more. But continuing on in life, we have the power to be whoever we want to be. So what if you look back and you don't like who you were? Change it. Maybe you look back or you look at yourself sitting in these seats today and you're incredibly happy with who you are. Keep it up. You can either love or hate who you were in high school, but after today, it won't matter to anyone but yourself what you do with those feelings. If you regret who you were, don't perpetuate that hatred and shame. Instead, take the opportunity to rewrite yourself, to block out the bad things in your past and learn from it moving forward. If you love who you grew to become in high school, embrace it and continue to show the new people entering your life your best self. Who you are now, right now, is not who you have to be forever. While life is challenging and unpredictable, you have complete control over who you are and who you want to be. Graduation may be the end of high school, but it is just the beginning of the opportunity to take who you've been and what you've experienced and grow and learn from it. I guess the cliche is true. One end is just another beginning. The point I'm trying to make is this. Take what you will from high school. People say it's the best time of our lives. Maybe it was for you, or maybe it was the exact opposite. All I know is that this end is just one absolutely enormous beginning of the rest of our lives, and you're allowed to do whatever you want with it. We've been told what to do and suggested how to do it for a long time, and now it's our chance to experiment and question and evolve. Just make sure that you like yourself while you're doing all that, and that you're not worried about knowing the answers to some of life's big questions. And with that, I congratulate you, class of 2018.
It is my pleasure at this time to welcome to the stage Director of School Counseling, Mr. Barry Chuljan, to introduce our academic awards.
It is my pleasure to invite our top three academic students, Rachel Paradis, Brian Desjardins, and Amber Malkin, to return to the stage area so that Principal Donald Woodworth and Assistant Principal of Academics Mary Widman may recognize them as the academic leaders of the class of 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, our class essayist, Amber Malkin. Our class salutatorian, Brian Desjardins. And our 2018 Timberlane Regional High School class valedictorian, Rachel Paradis. Thank you, students. It is also my honor, on behalf of the high school faculty and administration, to announce the recipient of this year's Outstanding Senior Award. The Outstanding Senior Award is presented annually to a graduating senior who best embodies the ideals of scholarship, character, and service. This year's recipient has exhibited outstanding academic, civic, and athletic excellence. Her involvement and leadership over the past 4 years has been admirable, and her contributions to our school community exceptional. This year's Outstanding Senior Award goes to Rachel Paradis. At this time, it is my pleasure to welcome to the podium the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Earl Metzler.
Good morning, Principal Woodworth, members of the school board, elected officials, platform guests, teachers, staff members, parents, grandparents, family and friends, and most importantly, the class of 2018. What a great morning for the class of 2018 to share their accomplishments with family, friends, teachers, and most importantly, their parents. I'm sure your parents have shared many things with you over the years. Their shared wisdom has helped you to get where you are today and perhaps where you will go from there. So Beth said in Psalm 90:12, teach us to make the most of our time so that we may grow in wisdom. Albert Einstein called time an illusion. Illusions can impact what we think we see, what we think we hear, and how we think something feels. We all have misconceptions when we think of time. When you were young, you think you have all the time in the world, and that may or may not be accurate. I ask you to take the time that you do have to live in the present and cherish each day for what it's worth. Dr. Seuss wanted to know, how did it get so late so soon? I can assure you your parents and loved ones are thinking this right now. How did you grow up so fast? Each one of you is the best thing that ever happened to your parents and your loved ones. You are your parents and loved ones' everything. William Penn said, time is what we want the most, but we use the worst. Use your time wisely. Each one of you has special gifts. Use the time you have to develop your gifts and share them with others. And Jim Morrison from The Doors claimed, the future is uncertain, but the end is always near. You may not know exactly what you want to do with the rest of your life, but again, make the most of each day and opportunity that's provided to you. You can influence your own future and define your success in the end. Anthony Oettinger, a German linguist and computer scientist, is credited with the syntactic ambiguous statement, time flies like an arrow, fruit flies like a banana. Time can also be ambiguous. See, time means many things to many people. It does influence how we feel, what we choose to do, and how we will be remembered. Time can be open to many interpretations and even have a double meaning. Time is not an infinite resource for any of us. although there's an infinite amount of time. How can we use our time to see how things look, how they feel, or how they sound? And when you look back, when we self-reflect, when you self-reflect, when you look back on your years at Timberlane, how will you be remembered? How did you use your time? Let's hope that when the class of 2018 is remembered, it won't be an illusion, but an allusion to kindness, high achievement, lifelong happiness, and success. And finally, Steve Jobs said it best in his commencement speech at Stanford University back in 2005. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others drown out your own inner voice. And most importantly, have the courage to follow your heart and your intuition. And he finished with, stay hungry. So as you move on to the next phase of your lives, take time to think, how are you using your time? What are you hungry for? What makes you laugh and enjoy loved ones? And stand for something, or you'll fall for just about anything. Stand for excellence. Remember, excellence is not a matter of chance. Excellence is a matter of choice. Use that time that you have on this planet to choose to be excellent in everything that you do, just like you did here at Timberlane in your academic, athletic, and artistic careers. The class of 2018 will be remembered as the class that used their time to be excellent. The Timberlane community is excited to celebrate this special day with you and your loved ones. And take this from this old fish, right? You've made us all proud. Go out there and have the time of your life. Congratulations. May God bless the class of 2018.
School Board Chair, Mrs. Susan Sherman, regrets that she cannot be here today. So Brian Lavoie, our Student School Board representative, will speak on her behalf to give the school board address. Brian?
Good morning, afternoon, whatever time of day it is, everyone. If you look into your programs, you will probably notice that right now the chairwoman of the Timberlane School Board should be speaking right now. And for those of you who don't know her, I look nothing like Mrs. Sherman at all. Unfortunately, she was feeling ill this morning and could not speak today. So instead, she asked that myself, Brian Lavoie, the student rep of the school board, would speak on her behalf. I was called on my drive in today, so if I say anything stupid, you can blame it on early morning brain. Anyway, usually the chairperson gives an overarching thanks to everyone in the district, and I would like to do the same. The 2017-2018 year has been a crazy season, both in the school board, and the district-wide. Many events and other community things have occurred, and we here at the district are grateful for every one of you who spoke out for the benefit of this district. We may sometimes disagree on certain issues, but I can say with the utmost confidence that we all speak out not for our own personal gains, but for the betterment of this district as a whole. Thank you to every parent, student, outside adult, teacher, anyone who spoke at a school board meeting this year. You know, I could continue to go down this list of how grateful we are for everyone and everything, but I want to address my fellow classmates here today. For those of you who know Mrs. Sherman, she was a fantastic woman and teacher. Many of us had her for 7th grade life science before she retired. You know, we are her retiring class. We were the last class she got the privilege of teaching. We had many conversations, her and I, in the boardroom about how excited she was to watch her kids walk across the stage and receive their diplomas. And I know that if she isn't here, it must be killing her deep down not to be able to be here. So Mrs. Sherman out there in TV land, I'm assuming you're watching us, thank you for all that you have done for us. I guarantee that Mrs. Sherman would have ended her speech with this, so I will do the same. A famous author by the name of Dr. Seuss once said, "You have brains in your head and feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose." Thank you all.
Okay. Thank you, Brian. At this time, I ask Assistant Principal Mrs. Heather Cronin, Assistant Principal Mr. Scott Strange, and Assistant Principal Mary Widman to come forward to introduce the members of the graduating class of 2018. Class advisors, Ms. Sherry Allen and Kristen Lefebvre, please prepare to guide your class to the platform. As the principal of the Timberlane Regional High School, it's my pleasure and duty to present to the community the class of 2018. I present them to the Timberlane School Board, the Superintendent of Schools, and I certify that each member of the class who will be receiving a diploma today has completed the requirements established by the state of New Hampshire and the Timberlane Board of Education. We will now confer the diplomas.
I'm good.
Rachel Jean Paradis. Brian Christopher Desjardins. Amber Rose Malkin. Megan Elizabeth Oliver. Drew Joseph Bailing. Emma Jane Devlin. Olivia Marie Landry. Brian Joseph Lavoie. Haley Nicole Breadbenner. Megan L. Dalfond. Taylor David Donovan. Presenting his diploma is his father, Dan Donovan, Timberlane Regional High School staff. Bailey Mackenzie Holt. Hannah Spencer Magliochetti. Michael John Markarian. Brianna Nicole Parker. Matthew Tanner Wilson. Cameron McGuire Magner. Erin Marie Grady. Blake Marie Watkins. Connor Stephen Schott. Nico Kokoris. Alfred Anthony Barney IV. Alicia Lynn Bezdikas. Sarah Rose Casey. Emma Therese Cross. Lillian Lee Lynn Farah. Presenting her diploma is her mother, Dr. Kimberly Farah, Timberlane Regional High School District School Board member. Brendan Paul Freza. Jessica Irene Hughes. Riley Jean Lucas. Presenting her mother's diploma is her mother, Vivian Lucas, Timberlane Regional High School staff. Denise Alessandra Manzo Gonzalez. Anthony Michael Mazzola. Elizabeth Mary McGowan. Jessica Ann Mesquita. Ryan James Monahan. Isabel Francis Richard. Delaney Lynn Ripley. Connor Van Ross. Hannah Grace Sorensen. Nathan Wayne Taylor. Emily June Tomasi. Lindsay Ann Whitaker. Lauren Eleanor Abady. Marissa Ann Arnold. Presenting her diploma is her mother, Lori Arnold, former Timberlane Regional High School staff. Kayla Marie Bowen. Emily Gaetana Bucco. Emily Ann Dolan. Kylie Ann Fitzpatrick. Taylor Nicole Gilchrist. Kyle Eric Parker Gleason. Presenting his diploma is his mother, Elaine Gleason, Sandown North Elementary employee. Jeffrey Daniel Grant. Georgia Dolores Grudis. Samantha Hamilton. Brianna Hammond. Robert William Horgan. Presenting his diploma is his brother Alex Horgan, TRHS coach and 2009 graduate. Jacob Michael Huberto. Leah Marie Cairns. Timothy Richard Laporte. Taryn Alicia McKinnon. Emma Christine Manning. Casey Amarissa Menke. Joyce Danielle Sagbini. Catherine Frances Slayton. Peter Frederick Springer. Peyton Taylor Serpernot. Presenting her diploma is her mother, Diane Serpernot, Danville Elementary staff. Andrew Michael Trisati. Reardon Westgeary. Megan Michelle White. Robert Agnetta Jr. Ulunimi Alade. Nathan Patrick Alexander. Christian Matthew Allaire. Carly Jane Amico. Jessica Amarelli. Olivia Catherine Andrews. Molly Elaine Ankoviak. Elizabeth Aun. Haley Ashford. Aaron Thomas Augusta. Jillian Elise Aziz. Michael Joseph Bailey. Joshua Matthew Banks. Joseph Michael Batal. Matthew Anthony Batal. Jonathan F. Battistelli. Noah Sanders Bollier. Andrew James Bedard. Scott Michael Bergeron. Brandon Earl Berube. Justin Carl Berube. Jamie Bissonette. Marika Bogdanovich. Brett Michael Bouchard. Jacob Austin Bouchard. Nathan Robert Boyd. Veronica Jillian Bosler. Shane Michael Bradley. Nicholas Michael Braga. Presenting his diploma is his mother, Susan Braga, Danville Elementary staff. Erin Margaret Brennan. Leah Grace Brock. Madeline Ruth Buckley. Ashlyn Marie Burchell. Angus Locke Caceres. Michael W. Callahan. Emily Rose Karstensen. Chloe Cashin. Joseph Anthony Catino. Rory James Seplow. Emma Irene Cianciulli.
Noah James Clark. Audra Elizabeth Cole. Lily Rose Collins. Julie Rose Cook. Courtney Marie Corwin. Jennifer Marie Costa. Caleb Cotter. Ashley Cowan. Anna Marie Cronin. Sarah Michelle Cronin. Aaron Robert Cullen. Emily Sunshine Current. Liam Robert DeCoste. Dominic Joseph Delgavio III. Jared Matthew DeLucia. Abigail Elizabeth Denault. Matthew J. DeVito. Jacob Edward Devlin. Azaria De Cristofaro. Fiona Doherty. Kristen Elizabeth Doherty. Samuel Quinn Donnelly. Haley Ann Donovan. Angela DeVideo. Joshua Zachary Downing. Emily Michelle Drislane. Erica Lynn Doobie. Jordan Thomas Doobie. Shannon Marie Duffy. Brianna Marie Dunkley. Sophia Lorraine Dufilly. Morgan Elizabeth Fabrizio. Alexandra Lee Farah. Alexandria Marie Fideli. Justin James Fournier. Angela Furman. Gavin Gallagher. Jacqueline Ann Gaudette. Joseph James Gaynor. Christina McKean Gelinas. Ethan Edward Gent. Anthony Gianelli. Nicholas G. Gifford. Christopher Gilardi. Katrina Nancy Golis. Alyssa Catherine Grant. Eric Scott Grenier. Kelsey Althea Grenier.
Daniel James Zaboski. Amanda Lynn Halson. Zachary Robert Halson. Jillian Florence Hansen. Cole Michael Harnois. Isaac Nathan Hasseltine. Jacob Daniel Heckman. Zachary Ross Holdcroft. Samuel Tyler Hovan. Andrew Jacob Howard. Isabella Nyrus Howard. Dylan Thomas Hughes. Allison Ann Hurley. JC Elizabeth Ingalls. Lars Thomas Johnson. Barrett Kapler. Cameron Christopher Kelly. Connor Francis Kennedy. Emma Rose King. Taya Kathleen Coker. Daniel William Comenda Jr. Christopher Scott Korowski. Julia Elizabeth LaBelle. Matthew Douglas Lanselieve. Emma Joan Lannon. Mason Normand LaRiviere. Lucy Hannah Loria. Zoe Mia Loria. William James Lavoie. Kaylee Lynn LeBlanc. Damian Eric Lee. Megan Kathleen Linehan. Logan Lorette. Tyler Joseph Mackey. Private First Class, Seth Andries McLaughlin. Ryan Makepeace. Cassandra Marie Manfredi's. Liv Nicole Ha Marshall. Nathan Massey. Justin Brian McAuliffe. Kimberly Grace McCabe. Shannon O'Brien McPhee. Haley Marie McCrae. Sarah Merrick. Lindsay Taylor Michaud. Alana Ray Miller. Lindsay Lido Miranda. Emma Elizabeth Moley. Dylan Anthony Montero. Max John Marassi. Rebecca Camille Morris. Presenting her diploma is her mother, Sally Morris, Timberlane Regional Middle School staff. Jonathan Salvatore Mosto. Olivia Rose Mura. Ashlyn Julia Murphy. Dylan Richard Musgrave. Irene Milonis. Emily Jean Noonan. Kristen Marie Noonan. Alexander Palucci. Travis Jason Paradise. Presenting his diploma is his mother, Kristen Paradise, Danville Elementary staff. Lauren Arabella Pare. Jenna Elisa Parillo. Jacob R. Patton. Anthony Joseph Patuto. Zachary Harding Peabody. Ryan Peralt. Kirsten Ann Perry. Matthew James Perry. Jurgen Pfau. Matthew Piccolo. Robert Penault. Savannah Carey Polizzotti. Jason Joseph Polk. Stephen Antonio Portillo. Jacob Richard Post. Gabrielle Elizabeth Pothier. Vincent Martin Prock. Tess Alma Priest. Kate Proctor. Private First Class, Samuel William Putnam. Presenting his diploma is his stepfather, Jason Grosky, Town of Atkinson Selectman. Frankie Everett Ramsdell. Julia Lee Ramsdell. Ethan Patrick Randall. Michelle Marie Remy. Private First Class, Matthew Brian Riccio. Lauren Andrea Rich. Shania Lee Robinson. Dominic Rogers. Alyssa Nicole Rollins. Spencer James Rooney. Victoria Rothwell. Joshua Adam Rulo. Tyler C. Roy. Ryan Michael Schadhauser. Matthew Scheibe. Jason William Schieber. Dakota Sears. Sean Michael Shatler. Emily Shaw. Ashley Shea. Alexander Carl Skinner. Austin Robert Smith. Danielle Elizabeth St. Pierre. Andrew Strakowski. Luca James Swanton. Holly Sweet. Nathan Michael Spack. William Robert Tapley. Sarah Thompson. Austin John Townsend. Summer Townsend. Dylan Tremblay. Timothy James Troy. Chase Arabella Van Timmeren. Raymond Waring. Victoria Lynn Wentworth. Amanda Francisca Wester. Caitlin Rose Wilkins. Emily Jo Williams. Maggie Rose Williams. Andrew Baldwin Wilson. Sage Aliana Wolf. Brandon Tyler Yeager. Faraya Raymond Joe.
At this point, I call upon the senior class president, Megan Oliver, to deliver her closing remarks. Megan?
Hello, graduates, faculty, family, and friends. We began high school as children, and today we leave here as adults. We completed a basic education that will serve as the platform we use to launch ourselves into our futures. Some of us will go on to college, some of us will go into the military, others will go straight into the workforce, but each of us will travel our own path. Over the years, we have been guided by our parents, our guardians, our teachers, and our friends. We've been shown the various paths that we ought to take or what we should do. Now is the time to take control and choose. What that path is up to each of us. No matter where we go or what we do, there are sure to be challenges ahead of us. What I'm asking from each of you and from myself is to meet those challenges straight on. It's not enough to simply try to get by in life. That doesn't move the world forward. You must try to excel in everything you do. Strive for excellence in every task, large or small. We will find that there are many things in our future that we cannot control. But there are two things we can control and we can conquer: our fate and which path we choose. When you choose the path to succeed, you're in a position to give rather than take. Imagine if everyone chose that path and lived up to his or her own potential. Think about how amazing that would be and how much better off the world would be. Even if just half those individuals lived up to their potential, the world would still be a pretty great place. And Even if 1/4 of those individuals work to make their lives successful, they could still make some amazing contributions to society and move things forward. Well, we may not have the power to inspire the entire world to strive for success, but we do have the power to try to achieve it for ourselves. My challenge to each of you and to myself is to do all that you can do to reach your full potential. If each of the 297 students in this graduating class is able to do that, just imagine the effect that would have. The future is truly in our hands, in our choice. Remember, you alone can control your fate. You alone know which path to choose. In closing, I'd like to read a poem by William Ernest Henley titled Invictus, which is Latin for unconquerable. Let it be a reminder for us to never lose hope, no matter the circumstance, and that only you control your fate and decide your future. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. It has been an honor and a privilege serving as your president. I wish you all the success in the future, no matter which path you choose. Now, graduates, please stand and move your tassel from the right to the left side of your cap. On the count of 3, please remove your caps and throw them up into the air to celebrate. 1, 2, 3.
Congratulations, faculty. Please line up for the exit of the graduates. Kids, stay where you are right now so the faculty can line up to guide you out. Okay, graduates, please follow the direction of your class advisors as you proceed and exit towards the concession stand. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to you and everybody else here today. Please stay clear of the track until all the participants in the ceremony have exited. Then please join your graduates behind the concession stand and then over by the softball field. Thank you. Have a great day. Congratulations.